Okay, and we are about to start. We are about to start bedtime story time, right? Are you going to listen to my bedtime story time? Yes. And today we are following the story of Yossi and Leibel. Do you remember what we learned from Yossi and Leibel last time?
Yeah.
What did we learn from them?
We learned to share.
We learned to share. Yossi and labels for label. We learned
to
about
help out.
sharing.
And hot on the trail,
we learned about sharing with labels for label. And Yossi and Label Hot on the Trail, they learned about helping out, right? That we have to help somebody else, right? So we learned about sharing and we learned about helping. What do you think we're going to learn about today? Do we know? We don't know yet.
We're going to learn that if you succeed, if you work hard, you'll succeed.
If you work hard, then you're going to succeed. That means if you work hard, then you'll do it. Okay. So.
Click.
We're just.
Okay, just leave it.
So today we are going to read about Yossi and Leibel. Peanut butter and jelly for Shabbos. What's jelly?
It is jam, just in America.
In America, they call it jelly. So we're going to read about Yossi and Leibel, who have peanut butter and jelly for Shabbos. Do you want peanut butter and jelly for Shabbos? No. What do you like to eat for Shabbos?
Kugel and chicken soup.
Kugel and chicken soup. So Yossi and Leibel also like kugel and chicken soup for Shabbos, but they had to have peanut butter and jelly for Shabbos. Should we find out why?
Yeah.
Okay. So Yossi and Leibel, peanut butter and jelly for Shabbos. Ready? Yossi opened his eyes one cold winter day, then said my da'ami and washed right away. This Friday is special, thought Yossi, because there's a reason, but he forgot what it was. Then father walked in and called, hey, sleepyheads, it's time to get up. Jump out of your beds. Your mother's been gone for 3 days and we've missed her. Today she comes home with your new baby sister. I'll pick up your grandmother. She'll help us too. Since Shabbos starts early, there's so much to do. Stay with your grandfather. I'll be back soon. Please polish your shoes and clean up your room. So the boys gave tzedakah, they davened and ate. They wiped off the table and each washed his plate. They cleaned up their room, gave their shoes a good shine, and for mother they colored a welcome home sign. Hey, Leibel, asked Yossi, what's taking so long? When are they coming? I hope nothing's wrong. Look outside, pointed Leibel. The cars are so slow. The road must be icy. It's starting to snow. Leibel and Yossi could hear the wind blow as their yard disappeared under layers of snow. With cold noses pressed to the glass, they sat there, watching the snowflakes whiz by through the air. Their eyes open wide, they smiled in delight, and their breath made the window all frosty and white. Let's go, Leibel said. It's sticking just right, and I'm in the mood for a big snowball fight. Yossi smiled and then frowned with a shake of his head. But Leibel, we have work to do here instead. It seems everybody is coming home late. Who will make food for Shabbos? We simply can't wait. Well, we're in trouble, said Leibel, if we touch a knife, and we never made Shabbos ourselves in our life. If we turn on the oven, I know we'll regret it. Cooking's too hard, so I say let's forget it. We can't give up now, was his brother's reply. We'll only succeed if we're willing to try. They sat for a minute. They sat there for 2, until Yossi came up with one thing he could do. I can't cook gefilte fish, that may be true, but I always make tuna, and that's a fish too. I can't touch a knife, Leibel said, that I know. I can use a peeler for cucumbers though. So the two boys washed up with soap in the sink and both started working before you could blink. Soup's a problem, said Yossi, so this afternoon I'll prepare something else we can eat with a spoon. He took down the bowls with a fancy gold rim and filled them with applesauce up to the brim. Now for the main course, here's what I suggest, called Leibel to Yossi, the food I love best. It's better than chicken or turkey or meat. What are they having? Peanut
butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly, so sticky and sweet. To spread on some crackers, a good Shabbos treat. Let's make a bunch for everybody to eat. Soon the meal was ready, but Yossi cried, Leibel, we haven't got challah on our Shabbos table. Don't worry, said Leibel to Yossi, don't cry. We'll only succeed if we're willing to try. Waving two frozen bagels over his head, Leibel grinned. Don't you see? We'll use bagels instead. Now for the Shabbos dessert, Yossi said. There's no cake. Isn't there anything else we could make? We don't need it, said Leibel. We made so much stuff. Just look at the table. I think that's enough. Wait a minute, said Yossi. Won't this do the trick? And he pulled from his pocket a red candy stick. He broke it in bits, which he put on a plate, and Leibel said, Yossi, that candy looks great. Sometimes you're really a pretty smart guy, but you'll only succeed if you're willing to try. Just then came a knock and a key in the lock. In walked the family, and oh, what a shock! Grandma's right hand held a big covered dish that she'd filled with her homemade gefilte fish. Her left hand held platters of kugel and cake and fresh challah as only a grandma can bake. Father carried in matzo ball soup, piping hot, and roast chicken and meat in a huge steaming pot. Mother carried a bundle in her arms too, their own baby sister, so tiny and new. Mazel tov, Mother said, for your new baby sister. Then Yossi and Leibel ran over and kissed her. We knew, said the boys, there'd be no time to cook, so we made the whole Shabbos ourselves. Come and look. It was fun, Leibel added, as easy as pie. We succeeded because we were willing to try. Then Father took pictures of Yossi and Leibel standing right next to their own Shabbos table. You see, they're making silly faces for the baby, and they're serving all their yummy food, and they took a picture with their grandma and their grandpa. That night, to the beach, they ate tuna and gefilte fish, then applesauce and soup for the second dish. Next came cucumbers, kugel, roast chicken and meat with peanut butter and jelly, so sticky and sweet. For dessert, there was cake and the red candy stick, which they finished right down to the very last lick. They looked at the baby and touched her soft skin. They patted her fingers and tickled her chin. Yossi said, she's the best baby I've seen. Pretty cute, Leibel said, for a girl, I mean. When she's bigger, we'll teach her, Yossi and I, that you only succeed if you're willing to try. And next week, we're going to follow more from Yossi and Leibel, right? So I hope you enjoyed this book. Now we're going to say Shema. You ready? We're going to sing our bedtime songs. Yossi, Moshe, are you going to help me?
Yes.
Can we start without you?
No.
Oh, we're going to wait for Moshe. Moshe wants to help us sing our bedtime songs. Can we start singing Twinkle, Twinkle? Oh, bring Calvin for Twinkle, Twinkle. Oh. Okay, quick, we're waiting for you. We're getting another family member. It's fine, leave it. Okay. And we're going to have Gabby join us too today for our songs. You ready? We're going to sing. Good job. You're going to sing. Twinkle, twinkle, kochavim, shining in the shamayim. If you say Shema today, everything will be okay. If you say Shema tonight, everything will be all right. Cover your eyes, ready? Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Machazai, Le'olam Va'ed. V'ahavta es Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha Levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shiftecha b'veisecha u'v'rechecha b'derech u'v'shachbecha kumecha u'kshatam niyosal yadecha v'hayit b'neinecha u'chesavtam al mezuzos v'eisecha Visharecha. And we're going to say good night, everybody. See you next week. We're going to read the last book of Yossi and Leibel. Have a good week. Night, night.